Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Black Magic here, and thank you guys very much for checking out my very first Battlefield 4 loadout video. Hopefully this will be the first of many, but I wanted to mention that the next week or so there will be random 919 gaming episodes popping up here and there, while I get to work on a ton of new videos that will hopefully get things back on track. That's for another video, however, so let's get into the PDW-R loadout. So as I mentioned in a previous video, the PDW-R is my favorite gun to use in Battlefield 4 right now, and I thought, why not share the class with you guys? It's a great setup for hip firing, but works best at close to mid-range, and even though you have a smaller clip, it can still get at least 2 kills before having to reload if used correctly. So as far as the stats go for the PDW-R itself, it has a damage output score of about 30, an accuracy score of 32, the hipfire score is 101, a range score of 25, which by the way is the highest range among all other PDWs, and a stability score of 46. For the first attachment, I decided to use the hollow red dot sight mostly for accuracy, but also because I'm not that big of a fan of the iron sights for this gun. Also, a little bit of zoom is always nice to have to catch enemies further away in your crosshairs. The next attachment is the tri-laser, and normally I don't like to use laser sights, but I figured with the great hip-fire action for this weapon, why not use it to help with aiming from the hip? Finally, the third attachment is the muzzle brake for an increase in stability while slightly lowering my accuracy and auto fire. Now, even though it says your auto fire accuracy will decrease, I can't really notice too much of a difference either way. Now for the field upgrades associated with my engineer class, I often switch back and forth from mechanic to anti-tank, depending on the situation. If my personal goal is to get into a game and focus on destroying tanks, then obviously I'm going to want to have increased mine damage and more rockets for anti-tank specific launchers. But if I want to get more repair ribbons by the end of the match or be able to use the level 4 repair unit, then I choose mechanic. For my sidearm, I use the QZS-9-2 with a flashlight and suppressor attached to it. I rarely need to use my sidearm, but when I do, I like to feel like James Bond, so why not run around with a silenced pistol, GoldenEye style. Now moving on to my gadgets, I normally use an anti-tank or anti-air rocket launcher depending on how the match is going, and obviously a repair tool because after all, this is an engineer loadout. And that about does it for my PDW-R loadout. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Like it if you have. Be sure to subscribe if you are not a subscriber already. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.